Use the graph to solve the system. X plus y equals 7 and x minus y equals 5. To solve the system using a graph, we'll graph both equations and then find the point of intersection. That point is the solution to the system. To graph both equations, we'll find ordered pairs that satisfy the equations. We'll start with the first equation, x plus y equals 7. And we'll create a table of values. When x is 1, y equals 6, so we know we have the point 1, 6 on the graph. When x is 2, y equals 5. And when x is 3, y equals 4. Now we will also find a table of values for the second equation, x minus y equals 5. When x is 0, y equals negative 5. If x is 5, y equals 0. And if x is 4, y equals negative 1. Now we will graph both equations on the same coordinate plane. We'll label our coordinate grid so that the maximum value on each axis is 6 and the minimum is negative 6. And each unit is 1 unit. Now we're ready to graph our equations. To graph x plus y equals 7, we have the point 1, 6. So we plot that point by moving right 1 and up 6 from the origin. We then have the point 2, 5. So from the origin, we move right 2 units and up 5. And we have the point 3, 4. So from the origin, we move right 3 and up 4. To graph the line, we connect these points with a straight line using an arrow on either end. Now we're ready to graph x minus y equals 5. We have the y-intercept 0, negative 5 that we plot. We have the x-intercept 5, 0 that we plot. And we have the point 4, negative 1. So from the origin, we move right 4 and down 1. We then connect these 3 points with a straight line to graph the equation. So we've now graphed x plus y equals 7, and we've graphed x minus y equals 5. We find the point of intersection in order to find the solution to this system. That point of intersection is the point 6, 1. So our proposed solution is the ordered pair 6, 1. We need to check this solution by substituting 6 for x and 1 for y into each of the original equations. First, we substitute into x plus y equals 7. We have 6 plus 1, and we're checking that that is equal to 7. 6 plus 1 is 7, and so we have the equation 7 equals 7, which is true, and thus the solution checks in the first equation. Now we need to check in the second equation, where we have 6 minus 1, and we're checking that that is equal to 5. 6 minus 1 is 5, and so we have the equation 5 equals 5, which checks, and thus our solution checks. And the solution set is the set containing the ordered pair 6, 1.